Howdy folks, welcome back to Let's Play Red Dead Redemption 2 on the Mysterious JG. The Vandalin gang is imploded. Arthur and Morgan and John Marston are fleeing through the caves as the Pinkertons close in on the camp. There appears to be about a 90% probability we're all sold out by Micah Bell, but it's still not clear for absolute certainty, and certainly the big chunks of the gang do not believe us, and Micah still holds sway with Dutch. As Bill and Javier flee with Dutch and Micah, and Micah's two associates, Joe and I forget the other fellow's name. Micah having shot Miss Grimshaw, which basically means all of the ladies in the camp, we never really know for sure what happens to Karen. She just seems to sort of disappear, but she was drinking herself to death the last time we saw her. Tilly seems to have escaped with the Justice twins of Sadie and Abigail. And Mary Beth fled. Pearson fled. Uncle fled. And now we are running for our lives from the Pinkertons.
Micah was the rat, John. Milton told me. We should have killed him months ago.
Yeah, we should have.
Keep going.
They're just up ahead.
I could hear them yelling at each other.
Are you all right, Arthur?
No.
I'm with you. Keep going.
Hold it right there. Put him down.
Come on, Arthur.
Probably
With me. Arthur,
should
you
have
go on first.
closed off both ends of the cave, but why do you want me to go for whatever? Sorry, I'm having a paranoia attack about whether or not I'm recording. This would be a bad point to not record properly because, okay, I am recording. This would be a bad point at which to not record properly because I'd probably have to play through the entire mission up to this point again. Okay, well, that's the end, then. Oops. Should have split the video. Come on, Pinkertons, find us.
Abigail's safe. So's
What's-
Jack. Where are they? It was Sadie at Copperhead Landing. Thank you, brother.
Brother Dave Sullivan.
I want you to not look back.
You told me
Like
this
I
already.
said.
You go start a farm somewhere. Don't worry about Javier and Bill Williamson, for Christ's sake.
Arthur, we gotta go.
Oh, now we're being hunted down by our own gang. That's kind of nasty.
Pinkerton's coming through the trees. Watch out! There's an army of these sons of bitches.
Well, we could be fighting the army instead. Would that make you feel better?
Stop right there and drop. They're blocking the road. This way.
Well, which way?
Right, Arthur, right.
Okay, I'm trying to follow you, but you're ramming into me.
More on the left. Let's leave them for Dutch. There's Pinkertons everywhere.
We haven't even stolen your money yet, Dutch. I assume that's what's next. Oh. Well, that was cinematic. I'm pretty sure I wasn't meant to avoid that. There's a horse death that's not on my conscience. Could I have immediately revived my horse if there was time?
Come on, brother. Let's go.
But I got a horse reviver.
Give me a sec.
I got a Phoenix down here.
Push, Arthur.
This would be a lot more meaningful if I hadn't gotten several horses run over by trains during this playthrough.
Come on, Arthur.
I mean, that's a touching moment otherwise, but
What
yeah.
about the money? Abigail gave me the key. I head down there, I'm dead in 5 minutes. I got a family. That's more important. Maybe you're right, but you want the money? You head down. I gotta go to my family.
Help John get to safety, return for the money. Oh, we know the Paragon choice here.
I'm coming with you. I'm gonna get you out of this bullshit. If it's the last goddamn
I mean,
thing
if he
do.
takes the money for himself, I guess if he had gone back for the money, he still would have given it to Marston. But, yeah, the idea that we leave John Marston to try to get away on his own at this point, when we know we're dying of tuberculosis anyway, kind of... Well, see, that was definitely worth the honor points. See my horse? Oh, my saddle is there, not my horse. Okay.
We need to get the hell out of here.
Hope Dutch doesn't have a copy of the key. That would be really fun. Can't even open his own chest. He's not exactly Soundwave, if you know what I mean. Or Blaster Master.
Well, let's get up this cliff. Here you go. Come on, Arthur. Keep pushing.
Oh, it's kind of like in Idiot Abroad when Pilkington, Pilkinson, not Pinkerton. Carl Pilkinson forced Warwick Davis to climb a mountain. That's exactly what this is like.
Get behind a rock. God damn it, they're everywhere. Get out.
Enemies everywhere. Hold the line, Arthur. Okay, this is probably not the best cover.
We need to get out of here. Let's go.
Apparently that was enough, because now we have to follow John again.
Going.
Hey, you're not running either, friend. Well, I can see he's wounded.
All right, Arthur, come on, let's go. You go. Keep pushing, Arthur. No.
Your heart's about to explode, kid.
No. I think I've pushed all I can. Come on. You go. We ain't got time for this. Not now.
He didn't get time for much of anything. Oh, give him his hat. Give him the hat. Oh my god, that would be so emotional. Is he gonna give him the fucking hat?
It would mean a lot to me. Please.
Don't switch to some outfit in Red Dead Redemption that doesn't involve that hat.
Go. Arthur. Go to your family. Arthur! Get the hell out of here and be a goddamn man. You're my brother.
From another mother.
I know.
Can't wait for Red Dead Redemption 3. How are they gonna top this? We'll have to have a third brother who died before this game. Oh, I see. They're background guys. Oh, how did you just teleport in to be a douchebag?
Rat! You rat! I'm a survivor, Black Lung! A survivor! That's all there is! Living and dying!
It's convenient he showed up in time to get killed in a climactic struggle. If that's indeed what's going to happen here. And suddenly Snake Eater starts playing.
Oh, Black Lung! You don't... You goddamn traitor! You skullfucker!
It really is gone. Guns of the Patriots on it. It's like nobody has stamina meters of any kind. There's no indication that what we're doing affects anything. Strike me down and I'll become a more powerful Western outlaw than you could ever imagine.
Where it ends for you.
Yeah. Snake.
Already beaten you.
I won the game with the highest possible Paragon score. That is victory.
Still got a little fight in you, have you, boy?
Break free of Micah. Try and keep warm. Whatever Mars done.
After we're done, I'm gonna kill Marston too.
Just to be a douche.
I got what I wanted. Hope you're ready for hell. Can't even kill a dying man.
You suck, Micah.
You're pathetic.
I don't know what that pitch is doing for me, really, but. Oh no, he got me with the spear. Roundhouse kick to the balls.
All there is. Winning and losing.
Did Dutch throw that down from above in some kind of weird spiritual?
Oh, Black Lung. You ain't gonna reach that gun.
The radiation coming out of Outer Haven is too strong.
Sick friend. You lost. Yeah, despite my best efforts to the contrary,
Wasting wind here.
it turns out I've won.
Again, I'll be a more powerful Jedi than you could ever imagine, Micah. I'm still crawling, though.
It is over. Now.
Oh, man.
It's over. Oh, Dutch. He's right. You know it, and I know it.
But he's a useful rat.
He's sick. He's dying. He's talking crazy.
Great if the Pinkertons got them all.
I gave you all I had.
Including tuberculosis.
I did.
Love you, man.
Come on. Dutch. Let's go, buddy.
You and me, pal.
We made it.
Let's go down to Mexico and be
Won.
banditos.
Come on.
We can ride Yoshi through the Mushroom Kingdom.
He's the only one.
He's alive, by the way. He's going to come kill you later. It'd be really
Rest
interesting.
I tried. In the end, I did.
I want Paragon.
Come on. Let's go. We can make it. Come
Yeah,
on,
I'm going to
Dutch.
flee this way, but we're still allies.
Come on! Ah!
It's a Zerg Overlord. Which somehow reminds me I forgot to check my phone messages between these two videos. So I'm going to go grab that gun anyway. Seems to me like just some canned apricots and maybe a potent miracle elixir, and we could be fine. Instead, we're going all, shut the fuck up and let me die in peace. Walter, shut the fuck up, Walter, and let me die in peace. That's it. Antelope, what did you get? And the antelope says, brother, try to keep warm in the happy hunting grounds. So no effort to make Micah just a unlikable but ultimately loyal character. He's just a through and through rat bastard. And Arthur, well, I mean, unless he gets rescued by more friendly Germans, do believe this is looking like it could be it. 7 years later. 7 years after the credits. The wheel. Wheel.
That was close. Too close. We brought that trouble on ourselves.
By we, you mean me.
It wasn't me who went and shot him.
Seemed like he deserved shooting.
I'm sure he did. But I've been thinking, ain't it about time you stop being the man making them decisions?
I'm trying.
Are you?
I think so.
Hey, what about
Find
the
some
hat?
place to lay low. Keep quiet.
Maybe Dutch was right. Maybe we should have just gone to Tahiti.
Is that it with you? Tahiti or killing? Come on, John. Please, try.
Try what?
We gotta live somewhere for more than just a few weeks.
Okay. Let's see what we can find in Strawberry. What do you know about Strawberry?
I know they like good, honest, hard-working men. A whole
Oh,
lot
and
more than
Micah and
anything.
Arthur killed about
So
a
make
million
yourself
people there, but it was a
good
while
and
ago.
honest.
I'm always honest. Maybe not always good, but I'm always honest.
My whole
Sorry, I
life
lied
I've
about
been
that.
surrounded by fools with moral codes. Here's the moral code. Look out for folks. Stop trying to act like some hero in a book.
What do you know about heroes and books?
My reading's getting pretty good.
We'll read different books then.
The books is Jack's. And, well, maybe he's doing most of the reading, but still.
You're a bad imp.
You're a bad motherfucker. Well, there you go, guys. We just switched over playing as John Marston, and I think I managed to avoid outright saying it. But one of the things I had spoiled for me before I was able to get this far in the game was that we would eventually, in our post-game mode, which includes free roam, and I think this is like so clever because that was the big thing that I think Rockstar found out is people really, really liked John Marston. And as carefully as they wrote the story of Red Dead Redemption, I think people like John Marston maybe even more than Rockstar expected them to. So this just seems real smart, giving people the ability to play as John Marston in free roam. Anyway.
It's on your mother, boy. Boy,
Sorry, sir. What was that?
I said you're a bad influence. On your mother. With your books.
Which books was that?
You know, that dime novel, Boy Calloway and the Men from the Moon, or whatever it was.
I'll
That sounds about right.
do my best to find better reading material, Pa.
That what
The
you
fewer
like,
moon
then?
men.
Western tales?
That was a space tale, Paul.
What's that, sir?
Do you enjoy tales of the Wild West?
Not so much. Anymore. I've been reading about knights. You know, of the round table.
The
Next at the round table.
There's King Arthur.
Oh,
and
there
there's
we go.
Lancelot. And the Lady Guinevere. And a whole lot of...
Lancelot and Guinevere create some trouble.
I kind of like them.
You know what? So do I.
Aw. Because, you see, Arthur, he remembers. Arthur, kind of a friend of his. Well, this has been pretty heavy-duty play session for me. I'm kind of ready to call it a take a break, but I think we got to get to a save point of some kind here. Where are we at? Yeah. So we're near Strawberry. It's a section of the game, a section of the map that we haven't explored a whole lot, but we're pretty close by. And eventually, I believe, yeah, for the first time ever in the game, you still want it if you go to the penitentiary, and you're still wanted if you go to the military base. But this being several years later, the heat has cooled off around Van Horn and Ansburg and Blackwater. I don't believe there will be a story. Well, maybe there is. I don't know. Well, the epilogue is apparently fairly lengthy. Maybe we'll eventually try to get back to the old camp and get our hands on Dutch's treasure, although I'd imagine Dutch has gotten it by now. Or maybe we'll eventually try to get into Blackwater and see if we can get our money that the game kind of started being about. But more likely, I believe, I have a hunch that the story's going to take us right around here, where we're going to end up getting our own farm. But we'll see what happens. Does at least look like we can save the game now. Although, no, we're in the middle of a mission. Well, sure is lovely talking to you folks. Of course, if I was playing a free roam mode, I would be stealing this wagon and probably have to shoot at the minimum John Marston to steal it.
Strawberry, don't it? I got a good feeling about this place. Been a long time.
Pretty well.
This is nice, isn't it?
Much cooler than a cave full of skulls. Strawberry was kind of a nice little town. To the yellow
I'm gonna
marker.
go see what kind of good, honest work I can find. Grave digging or polishing some rich fella's boots or some such.
Me too. See if me and the boy can find some laundry work or something.
I'll, avoid whoring if at all possible.
Hello.
My name is Elder Price, and sorry.
Help you, son?
I'm hoping I can help you. I saw the help wanted sign outside.
Sure, but you're a bit old to be stacking groceries and running errands, ain't you, son?
Well, I ain't too proud to do nothing. As long as it's honest and it pays.
Time's hard, Mr.
Milton. Jim Milton. Yeah, my
Jim
wife and
the
I,
Liar
boy,
Milton.
We was robbed a few days ago. Lucky to get out with our lives we was. Now, well, we need money.
There's bad folk out there.
Tell me
Got
about it.
a wagon by any chance?
Sure.
Well, then maybe you could run some goods up to Pronghorn Ranch for me. You know, head west past Owanjila, then follow the road north, lead you right there.
I don't know where that is, but I'm sure I can find it. I can leave right now if you'd like.
It's Getty's place. Fine fella. Where's
J.
the
Paul
wagon?
Geddes.
It's just outside. You know, I should go tell my wife, and then I can come back and get loaded.
Oh,
That's my
boys can
plan
load you
anyway.
up while you go find your wife.
Okay.
Otherwise, we'd have a painfully dull cart loading minigame. Woo, I got honest work, Abigail. Woo!
Okay there. Hello?
Oh man, I can't check my honor meter. I got a satchel, but no honor meter. I do get to do treasure hunter. Oh, no, these are currently unavailable, but it looks like there are things I could do. Dog top.
Thank you, Doctor. Hey, how you getting on?
Well, found some work.
Me too.
Delivering goods out to some ranch.
Cleaning a doctor's surgery.
Fine living.
It is, John. Oh, it is.
I
This is
wonder
way
what we'll
too-
get paid.
I'll take your word on that. What do you suggest now?
I'll stay here. Get on with the work. You deliver them goods and then collect me.
Okay.
And John, I love you. Don't you
Aw,
forget that.
I honestly love you.
Not ever now.
I won't.
Even if it gets kind of rough in the next game, which is the prior game, really. What's Jack's attitude about there? Return to your wagon. Fix it if necessary.
Partner.
How do you?
Rooms for rent. This would appear to be a plot thing for later.
We loaded her up pretty good, Milton.
Good.
But you ride slow now. The Eddies don't want his goods damaged.
Of course.
But not too slow or you won't get a gold on this mission.
West past Owen Gila, then follow the road north. Okay.
Beep, 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 beep. Alright, how do I back up? Because yes, it is a thing. Got the donkey up the minaret there. So I guess we'll just get to a point where I can save, and then we'll save and call it a video. Because I do kind of want to wrap up this session. I don't want to just call it in the middle of this mission. Because they really don't have a long credit sequence or anything like that. They jump you right back into life as John Marston. So the epilogue chapters, it doesn't really feel like the story is complete yet. What with Micah still being alive and all, but they don't really seem to give you the option of letting the story end here. It would feel pretty strange if it did, and they jump you right into playing as John. There's no... So, it might have been kind of a mistake, but when you start playing as Jack Marston at the end of Red Dead Redemption, if you're not paying attention, you can think there's nothing to do, and it's all free roam stuff, and not realize there is a mission that you can do where you go after Wilbur Ross. This game... Maybe by design, maybe they learned their lesson, because it seems like that might have been unintentional. But yeah, you're right into yellow objective markers telling you where to go, not being allowed to save your game here. I feel like it's auto-save. Like if I shut this thing down, I'm sure that we would come back at the beginning of this mission or somewhere thereabouts. But
Owen Gila. No past it. And north.
or just follow the yellow objective markers. I don't know why I'm pretending that that's not what I'm doing. Listen to the music. Goods seem to be in pretty good shape. I wonder if this really is just going to be... Because I really enjoyed the last few missions of Red Dead Redemption. Like, they really set you up in a way that the end of this main narrative doesn't. Of thinking everything's good, and you just got a few fun chapters of domestic bliss at the end, and then it all goes to shit very suddenly. But yeah, we might be in for that. Just like some fairly easy missions while Marston gets established. Because I do not know exactly where the story is going, but I have a sneaking suspicion that it seems really unlikely that Micah goes unpunished. I don't know exactly how the epilogue chapters go. I've done a slightly better job of avoiding spoilers on that than I did for the main game, but surely Micah doesn't end up because he'd have to be killed, right? Otherwise, why isn't he in Red Dead Redemption? I mean, I'll buy that Sadie and Charles just went off somewhere and Pearson and all them, but I mean, Micah, no, he's got to die. Or become revealed as the new head of the Pinkerton Detective Agency or something.
This must be it.
Whoa.
You Mr. Geddes?
No,
Hey,
sir.
Paul Geddes.
Mr. Dickens, his overseer.
Jim Milton. I'm delivering some supplies from the store in Strawberry.
I never found out the name of the shopkeeper or anything.
This is quite a place.
Yes, it's beautiful.
They send everything?
Yeah, I think so.
We ordered a couple empty boxes.
Boss, you looking for hands?
Why? You looking for work?
Yeah. My wife, we was in business with her family and turned sour. It's a long story.
Yeah, I don't know. Married hands. It's a lot of trouble.
I'm a good worker.
Not like a bunch of
My
drunk
wife,
single
Agatha,
folks.
Even our boy, Lancelot. We'll all work.
Big man around, boy? Get the hell out of here. Now, that ain't very neighborly. And threatening us is neighborly? Hey,
Mind if I enjoy one of these apples?
put that down. Delicious. Oh. When's boss man gonna sell this place?
Wow,
I
it's
don't think
really
there's any
convenient for
plans
us that an opportunity
Boys
for
wanna drink?
violence to earn us a job
Fine
has
Scotch
appeared
whiskey.
immediately.
Put that down. Put that down. These supplies for the season. Get off the farm.
Come on. We know when we're not wanted.
Get down from there. Bye, bud.
You come back here!
You
Okay.
can use that horse.
To accomplish what's clearly a mission.
And don't get yourself hurt. Or hurt them for that matter.
You're on a pacifist run.
That's my damn wagon!
That's true, they've stolen our wagon here.
Hey! This is your last chance to come out of this breathing!
Whoa, whoa. You can't take a joke, mister. Tell Daddy to take that off Mr. Abel, or we get a whole lot more funny.
Funny, haha. Did they just steal my horse? This horse? No. Okay, good. Presumably the horse will also come back at some point. Sadly, it seems unlikely that we'll meet the McFarlanes, whom I really enjoyed as characters. Since we do tend to, like, when we meet them, it's treated as though we're meeting them for the first time. And then
Hey!
Thank you. Milton, isn't it?
Milton
Those
Sabatke,
boys
sir.
are out of Laramie, work for Mr. Abel. Thank you.
Don't mention it. Listen, I ain't looking
What's
for no
about
charity or
committee?
nothing, but I was serious. You got work? We'll work. I can do anything. We got robbed ourselves a few days back.
We ain't got married hands here. You're married.
Work harder than any one of them. I'm real honest, and my wife, even though she's got fancy thoughts, she'll work.
Seem kind of desperate. What trouble you in?
No trouble, sir. Aside from her brother, he tricked us and robbed her of her inheritance. We're good people. We'll work. Even Lancelot.
What does Mr. Geddes need with a boy? Just another mouth to feed.
Just
Especially a boy named Lancelot. I mean,
please
come
give
on.
us a chance. I can handle myself okay. You know that already.
Yeah.
You saw the way I rode after those guys and yelled.
You. But we'll give you a chance. I'll let Mr. Geddes know when him and his wife return tomorrow.
Thank you, Mr. Dickens. I'll go get my wife.
Nah, no, you stay
Nigel
here.
Westick.
It's getting late. We'll go get her in Strawberry. We'll bring her here tomorrow. Need
What?
you around in case any more of them Laramie boys turns up. There's a little cabin out yonder past the ranch house. Things work out, y'all can stay there.
Thank you. You'll not regret this.
Yep. Go get yourself settled. We'll have work for you tomorrow when Mr. Geddes returns.
Wow, it's amazing. It's like within a few minutes of starting my adventure, I'd have a new home and a new job. Epilogue Chapter 1 complete. Epilogue Part 1, Pronghorn Ranch. Yeah, the epilogue has 2 parts, so... There we go. The wheel. We didn't reclaim the wagon within 1 minute, so... whatevs. But now we've got, the Big Roller. Got an exciting new location. Our new homestead. We've got a mission we can do for Tom Dickens. We've got the Blackbone Forest down there. And, Owen G. Dam. But at the end of the day, what we really got is an opportunity to save our game. Had a couple videos go slightly short. It's okay, I guess, in that case that this one went slightly long. We don't want to save over My Last Boy, because that's the last manual save we were allowed to make in case I find out or that I, really need to go back and do some content as Arthur. But anyway, for right now, that's it. Arthur is dead. Long live John Marston. John seems to have inherited his his honor is neutral. But he I believe he inherits his cores and stuff. Don't really know that. I believe I heard somewhere that eventually we will gain access to Arthur's money and weapons. But for now, I think it's time for us to just relax and enjoy the entertainment provided. Wait for our wife and child to arrive and just settle into a life as John Marston, living on the up and up. We've had missions like that in Red Dead Redemption before, and they turned out well. But at least this time we can be reasonably certain this won't end in John Marston's horrible death. Not for another game, anyway. Catch you guys next time.